The investigation concerning the regrettable and unfortunate shooting of Guy Daniel Bourland has not been completed by the department at this time. However, we did present our case to the grand jury this morning. They heard the evidence and indicated at that time that they wanted to hear from some of the other witnesses as well, and so their action is not complete at this point. On Friday, following the shooting, Lawrence Selman was relieved of his duties as a detective with the Dallas Police Department, pending the grand jury action and the final completion of our departmental investigation. I want to emphasize that he has not been suspended, but he's been relieved of his duties following this shooting until such time as the grand jury action is complete, their decision has been made known, and the departmental investigation is complete. It is our understanding that the grand jury we'll hear some evidence from additional witnesses at this point. We're not sure how many more or how long this will take, but we expect to complete our departmental investigation within the next few days, and any additional information that we develop in the meantime certainly will be submitted to the grand jury for its consideration and deliberation.
Chief, I noticed that Detective Selman's statement is being presented to the grand jury in an affidavit rather than him appearing personally, and the other officers, if I recall right, appeared personally to give testimony. Is there any reason for this difference?
Detective Selman will be presented to the grand jury for his case to be made known by him. We do not intend to keep him away from the grand jury. He will be presented to them if they want to hear from him, and I'm sure they will.
The Times-Herald this afternoon said it would be done a la affidavit. That's not right.
Yeah, well, if they want to hear from Lawrence Selman, we'll certainly make him available for that purpose. They also want to talk to some of the witnesses that we have interviewed, and this will be done in the very near future, I understand.
If the grand jury should no bill the officer, yet your investigation finds some fault on his part, is it feasible he would still be suspended without a no bill, in other words?
Well, it's not proper, I don't think, for me to try to make a determination at this point, since our investigation is not complete and since the grand jury action has not been returned. So we will withhold any comment in that respect until the grand jury action is complete and their decision made known, and until our departmental investigation is complete. And I might emphasize that our departmental investigation is not complete at this point. There is some conflict in some of the statements, and we want to get this resolved and be sure that we have a very complete investigation before I make any administrative decision whatsoever.
When do you reckon that investigation will be completed, Chief?
Well, I would hope that it be completed within this week without fail.
Did you come to any conclusions as to the precipitating cause of the confrontation between the two, a traffic violation?
Well, this is where we have some conflict at this time in the statements, and this is one of the things that we're trying to clear up at this point and have not been able to do so. So this is one of the things that we're trying to clear up now and to complete our investigation.
Are the Metro officers considered more or less an elite group within the police department as far as handling themselves in situations such as this?
Well, the Metro officers are those officers who have shown the ability to be able to make use of informers in terms of getting information, and those officers who have been able to develop a lot of and good quality criminal investigation is certainly one of the things we look for in selecting men for this squad. So this is one of the primary reasons for selection in this squad.
Could you give us some background on Detective Selman? How long has he been on the force?
I'm afraid I can't give you too much background on Selman at this point. He has been with the department for 18 years, a little over 18 years. He's worked throughout the department. He's worked in Vice, and he's worked in the CID, and he's with the Metro squad now, and of course he was in the patrol division in his early career with the police department. He's been with the Metro squad since his formation, I believe, and that's about all I can give you at this point.
He wouldn't be a stranger to a situation such as cropped up on Friday then, would he?
No, because he has been involved in just about all types of departmental activity. He's an experienced man with many years of police service, and he's been faced with many difficult situations in the past, and he would not be new to this type of situation, no.
Do you have any general guidelines for officers to follow when someone makes, let's say, an obscene gesture, whether or not that's part of this case? Is there, what sort of reaction is called for?
Well, I won't comment on that in terms of this particular case. Let me comment on it in a general way. and tell you that an officer must have reasonable cause to accost someone or stop someone, and there's got to be reasonable cause of some violation of the law or some degree of suspicion on the part of the officer to warrant stopping of this particular person. So in any case, it's up to the officer to have established probable cause for the commission of some offense or the feeling that one may be committed before he's legally justified in stopping someone and holding or detaining them.
Do you know if this particular officer has ever fired on anyone before in his 18 years on the force?
Yes, there is a case involving this officer of some years ago in which he was in a life and death struggle with a person, and the gun discharged and shot a hole in his coat, and he struck the person he was struggling with, and the person was killed.
What was this in an attempt to make an arrest?
Yes, it was an attempt to make an arrest, and then the struggle followed, and then the shooting, of course, followed the struggle.
He drew his gun then and the struggle began, or?
I'm not aware of the details of this particular case.
Did that case go to the grand jury?
That I don't know.
Most such cases didn't go to the grand jury, did they, before you?
Some of them did, some did not. It's only been recently that we established the policy that all these cases involving the shooting death of someone would go to the grand jury automatically. And this has been a recent policy decision that was implemented.
There was no departmental action against him in that earlier incident, was there?
No, I don't think there was. Okay.
Let me ask you this: how about the other officer involved? Is he undergoing a study too, investigation?
Well, certainly we have questioned him, and we've taken statements from him, and if anything needs to be cleared up that he can clear up for us, we'll certainly be talking to him again. But he's, yes, certainly.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Don't wait for that. Thank you, Chief.
Okay, thank you.
Just lay it on the table there as well. It's kind of hard to get over our feet.
Oh, thank you.
Give them all up.
Do you have another?
Bob?